Okay, welcome back again to Mythbusters with Dawn. Now, we were talking about goals in the last video, having realistic goals. Talked about 700 contact hours for what I call basic workplace conversation survival, basic social conversation survival. Also, 700 hours in order to maintain your level of English. If you arrive here with low intermediate English, then if you want to maintain that, 700 hours of contact, reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So there are different ways you can do that, of course. Many people come here as a couple, and one of the partners is working and the other is not, maybe looking after children. So you might be the spouse, the wife, or the husband in that position, just looking after the children. And so one way you could get those 700 contact hours, I think your goal should be basic social conversation, basic workplace conversation, or maintenance of your current level. One way of doing that would be, say, to have 1 hour per day of study over a period of 2 years. That comes to about 700. That would be reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Now, I've noticed that a lot of people do less than that when they come here, and then they're surprised that their level goes down. It's not maintained. Now, another way to do it, and the way people do it, is they might do 4 hours a day in a language college, or they may study at home for 4 hours a day and over 6 months. Yes, and then you also will meet that goal of maintaining your level of English or social conversation or workplace conversation, I think, if you do that. But what you must not do is 4 hours on Sunday, 3 hours on Monday, and then nothing on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. If you do that, then you won't maintain your level and you won't meet those goals of survival English for social conversation or for workplace conversation. You won't do it. So it has to be regular. That's the whole point, is that the practice must be regular. Practice regularly. I'm afraid it's just the way the brain works. It's science and biology. So take time then to think about your goals. Don't just assume their fluency. It could be these more modest ones of conversational or workplace conversation. I'll give you some stories to illustrate. Myself, I actually am guilty of the same thing, of these learning too big goals that are too big, too broad. For example, recently I learned Thai, and I decided I wanted to learn Thai. So when I went to Thailand, I went to Thailand twice. For my first visit, I went for 3 months. And before I went, I did a little bit of listening practice on an online course, a very good course. And then when I got to Thailand, I was in a language college for 3 months. Well, what was my goal? Well, my goal was fluency. Okay. Well, what do I mean by that? I mean, I thought I would be able to talk, to have conversations with people at the end of 3 months. No way. No way. What an unrealistic goal that was. So after 1 day, I reduced the goal to ordering food, being able to order food in restaurants where I was eating. After 1 week, I couldn't even do that. I had to reduce it to just understanding the orders, just understanding what people were saying to me, what the waiter was saying to me. So listening, not speaking. So I had to really change my goals. A second visit later in the year, I went to Thailand, at this time only for a month, but my goal was much narrower, much smaller. I said, I just want to learn how to listen and understand, not speak. Listening comes before speaking. You can't speak before you listen. You have to get a lot of experience listening to sounds before you speak, especially in a new language like Thai for me, which is very different from English. So my goal was, in the language college where I was going to be for 1 month, my goal was actually to be able to understand the Thai teacher, because she was using Thai in class about 60% of the time, 40% English. Well, of course, I was able to do that at the end of the month. But again, only because I did some preparation here, I did some listening online again. So in this case, I used a very good program called Spaced Repetition, which is very useful for listening. But it was only 20 minutes a day, both times in Australia before I went to Thailand. 20 minutes a day. You don't need a lot. You just need to be regular. It needs to be every day. Not, oh, sorry, I can't do it today. I've got to walk the dog or something like that. No, I did it every day. So I achieved my goal. I could understand what the teacher said, and I was very happy. Right? I didn't want to be fluent or to master Thai. I just had my goal right, so I was happy. And maybe I go back next year, and maybe I have a different goal. I don't know. I've got an upcoming visit to Brazil, where I have to speak Portuguese, or to listen to Portuguese. And because I'm fluent in Spanish, it's going to be much easier for me. They'll understand me if I speak in Spanish, but I won't understand them because their pronunciation is very difficult for me. So again, I've used this spaced repetition listening program, which I'm doing every day for a couple of months before I go to Brazil. And my goal is simply to improve my listening. So I want to be able to understand a little bit when they speak to me. I know I won't be able to understand everything, and I certainly won't be able to speak Portuguese, even although I'm going there for 3 months. No, I know I won't be able to speak. So I've got realistic goals now. So yeah, you please do have realistic goals, otherwise you get so disappointed and so sad. Okay, thank you again for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please like the video and share it with your friends. And I'll be back with more soon. Bye for now. Please leave your comments on this video. If you want to contact me, you'll find my address in the description below.